Giannis might actually leave Milwaukee. Yeah, you heard me. The Greek freak, Mr. Loyalty, the dude who brought a chip to the mean streets of Milwaukee, is apparently open to exploring a trade. And the internet? It's losing its damn mind. Oh, and just to make this week even weirder, the Dallas Mavericks, who had a 1.8% chance at the draft lottery, somehow landed the number one pick. Conspiracy theories? They're flying like wild threes in a Rockets game. But we gotta talk about this Giannis stuff. Because if this dude leaves, we're not just talking about a trade. We're talking about the end of an era, the collapse of a franchise, and the start of a full-on NBA identity crisis. And someone had the nerve to say, don't leave, Giannis. Oh, we're going to unpack that too. But first, let's break down why this might be the most dramatic offseason headline we've seen in years. The fans? Panicking. The front office? Probably scrambling. And Giannis? Sitting there, quiet as hell. And that silence? Loud. Stick around because I'm breaking down why this moment might change the league forever. All right, quick context check. The Bucks flamed out early. Again, injuries, inconsistent coaching, Dame going down, it was a mess. Milwaukee went from being a title contender to straight up irrelevant the minute Giannis's hamstring tensed up and Dame's body gave out. And now, the reports are swirling. Giannis isn't shutting the door on a trade. He's open-minded. And trust me, in NBA language, that's basically a neon sign flashing, come get me. Meanwhile, Dallas just won the lottery with a 1.8% chance. That's not luck, that's NBA scriptwriters going full house of cards. But the real drama? It's not the lottery. It's Giannis. It's what he means to Milwaukee. And it's what happens next. Let's get into it. When you're a guy like Giannis, a two-time MVP, Finals MVP, franchise savior, your decisions shake the NBA. So when this dude doesn't immediately shut down the trade rumors, that ain't nothing. That's chess. That's leverage. That's a warning shot to the Bucks front office. And you know what's crazy? Some people are telling him to stay silent, to wait it out, to stay loyal. Bro, loyal to what? Dame's out for the whole damn year. Chris Middleton's body looks like it was built with Legos. And the Bucks are stuck between contending and rebuilding, with one foot in each lane like they're trying to drive on the median. Let me ask you something. If you were Giannis, would you trust that situation? Because I wouldn't. But here comes the old head crowd talking about loyalty and stay where you're planted. You know, the Reggie Miller, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan disciples. Bloom where you're planted. Yeah, that's cute until your front office plants you in a dumpster fire. I get it. I respect the legends who stuck it out. Dirk, Reggie, even Dame for a while. But this ain't 1996 anymore. We're not handing out loyalty trophies. We're trying to win. And yet, Charles Barkley and company, they're out here saying, don't leave, Giannis. Sir, with all due respect, what planet are you on? Giannis already stayed. He already gave them everything. A ring, an MVP, sold-out arenas, national TV games. He made Milwaukee matter. And now he's just supposed to rot there while the team collapses around him? Come on, man. Let's talk about the real issue here. The guilt trip. Why is it that when certain players want out, it's selfish? But when others leave, it's smart business? Why was LeBron a villain in 2010, but a genius in 2018? Why do people beg players to leave teams like Portland or Utah? But when it's Milwaukee, suddenly we gotta honor the grind. Let me be crystal clear. Giannis owes Milwaukee nothing. He already gave them a chip, something Kareem did and dipped immediately after. Giannis stayed. He signed the extension. He did it the right way. And now, when the writing's on the wall and Dame's probably not suiting up until 2026, y'all want him to sit there and stay loyal? Bro, stop. You can respect the grind and still recognize when it's time to go. But here's where it gets juicy. What if Milwaukee wants to move him? Yeah. What if the Bucks look at this aging roster, the lost season with Dame out, and say, yo, we might need to hit reset? You don't think they're making calls? Of course they are. And if they're smart, they're calling Dallas. Because if you can flip Giannis for that number one pick and maybe some picks down the line, you've got a shot at Cooper Flagg, the most hyped prospect since LeBron. And let's be real, Milwaukee's not sniffing a ring next year anyway. Dame's basically shelved. The rest of the roster's one sprain away from retirement. This is the moment to rebuild. But, and it's a big but, Dallas ain't giving up that pick for free. Not with Cooper Flagg in the mix. That kid is special. You don't just trade that type of prospect unless you're getting back a once-in-a-generation dude. Luckily, Giannis is that dude. So here's the dilemma. Is Giannis worth giving up a future dynasty? Or does Dallas double down on the flag Kyrie future and ride it out? Either way, the clock is ticking. The Bucks have to choose. Run it back with a broken team or start fresh and trade their greatest player ever. That's not a basketball decision. That's a legacy decision. Let's play this out. If Giannis stays in Milwaukee, next season is going to be ugly. Dame's rehabbing, the Bucks are fighting just to stay in the play-in, and Giannis is logging 40 minutes a night just to sneak into the 8th seed. But if he leaves and lands somewhere like Golden State or Dallas or even Miami, the league shifts instantly. We're talking about a new super team overnight. The East loses its last loyal star. The West gains another problem. And the Bucks, they become irrelevant. Again, is that what fans really want? To guilt this man into loyalty just to end up irrelevant for 5 more years? Nah, Giannis deserves better, and so do the fans. Because if you're honest with yourself, and I mean really honest, you'd rather watch Giannis in the finals wearing a different jersey than watch him waste another year on a team that's clearly cooked. You think Dirk didn't almost leave? You think Dame didn't second-guess his loyalty? Hell, even Kobe was this close to Chicago. Sometimes the move is the right call, even if it hurts. So here's my final word. If Giannis wants out, I support it. 100%. No guilt. No shame. Just facts. Because loyalty in this league is a two-way street. And if the Bucks can't build a real team around him, he has every right to bounce. This wasn't just a superstar considering a trade. This was a warning shot to the NBA. And if the Bucks ignore it, they're going to lose more than just games. They're going to lose the face of their entire franchise. Giannis leaving Milwaukee wouldn't be a betrayal. It'd be a damn graduation. And when he drops 45 in a different jersey next year, don't say I didn't warn you. Subscribe. Hit that bell. Because this ain't over. Giannis just cracked the door open, and when it swings wide, the entire NBA is going to feel that breeze.